Hello everyone, and welcome to my B&B Gossips update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Can't take Bossy Steffy any longer? Hope leaves Forrester to work at Logan? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Hope Logan Spencer may be preparing for a significant professional shift. Will Hope reach her breaking point at Forrester Creations and choose to work for another fashion house? Steffy Forrester Finnegan stated in the show that she would not put up with Hope and Deke Sharp endorsing Deacon Sharp's romance with Taylor Hayes. Hope eventually lost control since she was fed up with Steffy controlling everyone's life. Hope became even more irate when she remembered how Steffy had treated her brother, despite Deke's attempts to soothe her. Hope is enraged because Steffy had given Deke hope for designing for Hope for the future, and then taken that opportunity away. Another problem for Hope was that she had to tell Deke the news rather than having Steffy do it herself. Put another way, it's obvious that Hope has been harboring a great deal of animosity towards Steffy and all of her directives. Even though Steffy and Rich Forrester are in charge of Forrester Creations, Hope doesn't enjoy following her instructions. Hope may eventually reach her breaking point if this continues. It might not be the last time we see Hope lose it, given how furious she was during her most recent confrontation with Steffy. Given that Hope reiterated the drama surrounding Deke's firing, that might be relevant if Hope chooses to take a risk. What happens if Hope decides she is leaving Forrester Creations because she can no longer handle it? If Steffy pushes Hope hard enough, she might be willing to leave Hope for the future behind. Hope and Deke may then provide Logan with a new line that might make Katie Logan Spencer's fashion firm famous. After losing Eric Forrester as her lead designer, this might be exactly what Katie needs. Although Hope is well known in the fashion industry thanks to Hope for the Future, Katie was hoping to promote Eric's name in the media. Even though Hope isn't a designer, she could easily showcase Deke's talent and promote him to the fashion industry. Hope traveling to what she sees as enemy territory would infuriate Brooke Logan Forrester, but B&B would benefit greatly from the turmoil. Stay tuned because spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that if Hope and Logan's feud gets worse, Steffy might drive Hope to Logan. Fans are upset with Deacon and Sheila's bedroom scene. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon Sharp is manipulating his wife Sheila Carter's feelings in a risky way. That's because he's made the decision to attempt to mend his marriage to Sheila. He even makes love to her after she laments that they haven't had any sex in a long time, but only because he needs to stop thinking about Taylor Hayes. You can't pretend that everything will be alright when you're in love with one lady, and then make love to another. Deacon is unaware that sooner rather than later, everything will blow up in his face. Because even though her husband has been so aloof lately, it appears that Sheila is still much in love with him and wants to make their marriage work. Naturally, the reason he's been so aloof is that he can't stop thinking about Taylor, and continues to sneak kisses when no one is around. These two lovers will eventually be discovered. Sheila obviously doesn't deserve any of this. She has put in a lot of effort to get to this point, therefore it would be devastating for her in many ways if she were to experience heartbreak. And Deacon is the one who understands that the best. Having said that, nobody should be shocked if Sheila loses her because of this. If anything, Deacon ought to be honest about his emotions, but it appears that he lacks the maturity to do so. We have a feeling that a great deal of drama is on the horizon. The CBS network broadcasts The Bold and the Beautiful during the week. Look up the timings in your local listings. Please share your opinions with us in the space provided for comments below. Keep an eye on this area because it seems like there is a lot more to come. Steffy vs. Deacon will grilled and Dylan's new job. There will be spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans can anticipate Melissa Dillon receiving a job offer in the upcoming episode. Will Spencer be questioned? Additionally, Deacon Sharp and Steffy Forrester Finnegan square off. First, let's talk about Steffy, who meets Dylan at Forrester Creations. Steffy offers Electra Forrester a job despite her problems with Dylan. Steffy declares she has found Dylan a suitable job shortly after turning down Will's resignation. A sneak peek of Steffy welcoming Dylan to Forrester Creations is shown. Hold off until Electra discovers. Will, on the other hand, will keep attempting to win Electra back. But as long as Dylan remains in the beach home, that won't work. Will and Electra do kiss, but they still have a lot of problems to resolve. Will and Electra truly want to be together, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. But Elektra must know if there was any interaction between Will and Dylan. Fans were unaware of the kiss until Will discovered Elektra with RJ Forrester. Will is questioned by Elektra about what transpired with Dylan. Will may now lie to her in order to get her back. But soon the truth will be out. I wonder whether Will ask Elektra if she kissed RJ. Although Elektra instructed RJ not to kiss her again, she will have to acknowledge that he did. Deacon is attempting to exhaust Taylor Hayes at her hospital workplace. Sheila Carter-Sharp will never know, the man claims, because all he thinks about is her. That isn't making things a lot simpler, though. As Sheila learns the truth, Taylor worries about Deacon's life. According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon Sharp might vanish after Sheila Sharp learns the truth about adultery. When Sheila finds out that Deacon wants to be with Taylor Hayes, how far will she go to punish him? If Taylor and Deacon's relationship became public, Steffy Forrester has been concerned about what would happen to Taylor. Logan thinks Taylor and Deacon can decide for themselves, but Steffy is attempting to shield her mother. Sadly, Taylor has forced Deacon to have an affair with his wife, and it appears that he might eventually make a mistake and confess his emotions for Taylor. It appears that Sheila might pursue Deacon rather than Taylor, as Steffy worries will happen. When Deacon's affections for Taylor are discovered, what will Sheila do to him? To be honest, Taylor has been performing her duties and paying attention to Deacon during his sessions. Sheila was married to Deacon, who made a lifelong commitment to her. Taylor has been Deacon's therapist for a long time, and now he has fallen in love with her. Sheila will be angry with Deacon and want to hold him accountable, even though she may be irritated with Taylor. Sheila will undoubtedly discover the truth about Deacon's affections for Taylor, according to spoilers. When the truth is revealed, Taylor and Deacon's attraction to one another will come back to haunt them. Sheila could easily conclude that no one will want Deacon if she can't. Will Sheila choose to hold Deacon captive until he decides otherwise? Sheila might become enraged enough to turn into a full-fledged Luna Nozawa and imprison Deacon in a cage, just like Luna did Steffy in the past. Sheila doesn't want Deacon to die in an explosion, of course. She simply wants him away from Taylor since she won't be able to share him with anyone else. Sheila might also frighten Taylor by using Deacon's disappearance. Imagine Sheila bringing up Deacon's absence and how simple it would be for Taylor to accompany him. Sheila might even make Taylor record a video ending her relationship with Deacon, or compose a Dear John letter. In any scenario, Sheila will undoubtedly want Deacon and Taylor to foot the bill. Is Deacon going to live? Daphne gets caught in the middle of Ivy's ongoing manipulation of Elektra's reality. On Friday's episode, there was a lot of tension at Forrester Creations. Will and Elektra are now going through a startling breakup. Everyone is curious about what transpired. Even the interns are curious as to whether this indicates Will is unmarried. RJ was painting and thinking about his kiss with Elektra when Daphne, Muriel Hilaire, stumbled upon him. She brought up the interns who were making advances at him. He implied that he was thinking about just one woman. Daphne then acknowledged that she felt sorry for Elektra and Will. However, RJ didn't feel horrible. Elektra deserved better, he said. Why Will couldn't have simply paid for Dylan to stay somewhere else is beyond RJ's comprehension. Then he claimed that Will lacked the bravery to end his relationship with Elektra face to face. RJ mentioned Elektra's letter, which he was unaware Ivy had stolen. Elektra was devastated and perplexed, believing that Will had ended their relationship after reading her letter. The letter should have gone to the correct person, Daphne thought loudly. After RJ left, Ivy entered and warned Daphne not to meddle in Elektra's life. She was doing the same, Daphne reminded her. Will was a playboy, according to Ivy. She misrepresented Elektra's reality once more by claiming that Will had an affair with Luna before to Elektra's initial encounter. In actuality, though, Luna got him intoxicated in order to have her way with him and eventually conceive a Spencer heir. Ivy's goal is to demonize Will, not to defend Elektra. She chose to fabricate a reason to despise him by distorting Elektra's reality, since she couldn't find a valid one. She is adamant about using the standard Spencer man brush to paint Will. She contended that he is genetically predisposed to adultery. The reality, however, is much more straightforward. Despite the Luna problem and Dylan's presence in the guest house, Will has been nothing but faithful to Elektra. Daphne found herself in the middle of the crossfire. She isn't just observing. She is an outspoken advocate of Elektra and Will's romance. She claims to be able to smell their love, while she anoints them. Daphne is the ideal wild card since she has exquisite taste and a keen sense of the truth. She has control over this plot if she formally joins forces with Elektra. How long will it take Daphne to reveal her aunt's treachery? The consequences won't be severe if Daphne speaks. It's going to be nuclear. Ridge is forced to fire the jewelry head once Ivy joins Logan. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Ivy Forrester must have believed she would never be discovered. Ivy then appears to think she can keep her cover after being discovered by Daphne Walton, Muriel Hilaire. Daphne will not be able to conceal from her new spouse what she has discovered. Ridge Forrester views Carter Walton as more of a brother than his biological half-brother, Nick Marone, because he is an integral component of the corporate structure of Forrester Creations. Hilaire's role as the conduit seems to be established by Daphne catching Ivy taking Elektra Forrester's letter, which prevented Will Spencer from meeting and perhaps making amends with her. The most crucial part of this situation is the personal component. Beyond that, though, no FC employee should be pursuing several co-workers like Ivy has. Then she warned Daphne not to speak. Hearing that Will and Elektra are having issues won't sit well with Ridge. In the short run, he might undermine Morrow's character and make it difficult for him to continue working. Carter and Ridge can start a soapy talk in the executive suite. Alternatively, that might happen after Ridge becomes aware of the turmoil between Will and Elektra during the day. It was simple to identify Luna Nozawa as an issue. Will had no desire to interact with her. But when Elektra found out that Luna was carrying Will's child, she had to take a deep breath. She had to feel sorry for her aunt, even though he had been duped. Ivy started talking about Will having a lot going on at that point, and Ivy started thinking about alternative options. Ridge is forced to fire the jewelry head once Ivy joins Logan. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Ivy Forrester must have believed she would never be discovered. Ivy then appears to think she can keep her cover after Daphne Walton caught her. Daphne will not be able to conceal from her new spouse what she has discovered. Ridge Forrester views Carter Walton as more of a brother than his biological half-brother, Nick Marone, because he is an integral part of the corporate structure of Forrester Creations. Hilaire's role as the conduit seems to be established by Daphne catching Ivy taking Elektra Forrester's letter, which prevented Will Spencer from meeting and perhaps making amends with her. The most crucial part of this situation is the personal component. Beyond that, though, no FC employee should be pursuing several co-workers like Ivy has. Then she warned Daphne not to speak. Hearing that Will and Elektra are having issues won't sit well with Ridge. In the short run, he might undermine Morrow's character and make it difficult for him to continue working. Carter and Ridge can start a soapy talk in the executive suite. Alternatively, that might happen after Ridge becomes aware of the turmoil between Will and Elektra during the day. It was simple to identify Luna Nozawa as an issue. Will had no desire to interact with her.